In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your chart of accounts. Just open up your setup window. Just some simple quick navigation here is you have your sequence number, you have your show account checkbox, you have your account name field that you'll enter the account name which you're creating here, and then you'll assign the category that it's assigned to, whether it be a credit card, current or fixed asset, or so on. You have your export button, which I'll talk about here in just one moment. And then you have your new, save, and close buttons. Your columns down here, account name, account category, and show. You can resize these columns. I also want you to be aware of a hidden column over here to the left with your sequence numbers. With these particular columns that you have here, your sequence number, you can click on it and sort it numerically. You can also click on the account name or the account category and sort those alphabetically. When it comes to your chart of account setups, these are your general ledger accounts, your financial accounts. When you open up your chart of accounts, you will see that it has a list of default accounts already listed. Some of these you may use, others you may not. Ultimately, you will need to add in your own accounts that you currently use and already have set up with your company, certain loans and assets, etc. What I would recommend is not setting up your chart of accounts in the Q-Floors software. I would recommend exporting this out, getting it into a CSV file, and making your adjustments and changes there. What you would want to do is click on your sequence number here, because you'll notice in your Getting Started checklist that it does suggest to you that you do not change lines 2 through 100. We don't want you to change these particular lines. These are system accounts. They're used and reserved for the software. Q-Floors is using these in the background as you do certain transactions. Now, if you do try to edit a system account, it will let you try to do that. However, if I make any changes here, it is going to suggest and bring up a warning letting you know that you are about to modify a system account. So just be careful when going through these accounts when you're making changes and getting this set up. But with exporting your chart of accounts out, like I said, click on the sequence number, bring this up in sequential order, go ahead and hit the export button. You'll name that file to whatever you need it to be, to a CSV file, so that it can later be opened in a spreadsheet file. And then from there, you'll be able to go through and have a side-by-side comparison with the current list of accounts in your current system that you're using and determine what you need and what you may not. Which ones you might consider changing or adding. This will make it easier with a side-by-side comparison so nothing gets missed. Just make sure and be careful, as I said, with those lines 2 through 100. Now, if there are any changes that you need to make, for example, here you have sequence number line 200. If I click on that, I can go in and change this. Go ahead and hit enter, and it'll go ahead and change that line. So with making any changes, it's easy, doesn't take a whole lot, but export that out, make the changes that you need to, and then go ahead and make those changes back in the system. And that's setting up your chart of accounts.